4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Showtime. Oh, you know it's through. Won't you stay here by my side? Let's sit down under the moon. Sitting down under the moon. Sitting down under the moon. Sitting down under the moon.
Yeah!
All right.
Yes. We have Jim Bachmann and the Day Drinkers in tonight.
Howdy, everybody.
So, hello, hello, Waybackers. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Carter, and these are the Way Back Sessions. So we've already spoiled it. We've got Jim Bachmann and the Day Drinkers in here. I don't know if they've been drinking all day or if they waited for the evening, but
Don't ask, don't tell.
fair enough.
Of this mission, and if I did, I would not be at liberty to disclose it.
So you know what? Real quick, we do want to let everybody know that there is that link in the descriptions for donations for the band and the studio. We do want to ask everybody to join in the conversation, join in the chat, ask questions if you want to ask about their boots or moccasins that are being worn. You know, maybe there's a story to tell there. But you know what? We always get into, Brian and Kat and Studio B and all the work that it takes to put this show on. And right now, I've been really waiting for this. And I don't have a camera on it, but maybe Kat can shoot to the full camera shot. Jason Campos, if you're out there, we've got a mad designer, and we finally got the kick drum head on the drum.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Hey, Gary, we got Gary Smith on the drums. Hey, would you hit that kick drum? Let's see that happen.
Jason Campos is in the house.
There we go. Jason,
is
thank
here.
you, man. It looks super, super great.
Thank you.
Yes. So again, let's go back to Jim Bachmann before we get into more nonsense, because there's nonsense coming tonight. I feel it.
Nonsense abounds.
Yeah. What do we got next, boys?
Little dance on your grave. A one, a two.
Well, I ain't gonna dance on your grave. Well, I ain't gonna dance on your grave. Tell your friend, yeah, one thing's true. Don't sound like something that you wanna do. I ain't gonna dance on your grave. Well, I ain't gonna dance on your grave. Well, your mom knows you ain't coming home. Yeah, your mama knows you ain't coming home. Tell your friend, yeah, how you don't sound like something that you won't do. Mama knows you ain't coming home. Well, your mama knows you ain't coming home. Here we go again. Yeah, we should know better. Never thought it would take so long. Pick your hair. There you go again. Head up to someplace better. Don't you think that I've been sitting here? Come back around again. Well, I ain't gonna dance on your grave. Well, I ain't gonna dance on your grave. But if the floor was in, we'll shoot. So I'm telling you, be dancing fool. I ain't gonna dance on your grave. Well, I ain't gonna dance on your grave.
Yeah. I just think my grave got danced on. That's what I think. That's what I think.
We didn't want to do it, but sometimes,
But you did.
sometimes the moment strikes.
So, we have a lot of things to talk about. I already feel kind of like, behind the ball. There's just so many things that we need to discuss tonight.
Hit me, Ike.
Okay. So that song, I had to take my shoes off and everything. But this song, I know. You guys recorded this recently on a show.
We sure did, yeah.
Yeah. What was that show called?
The recording artist.
Yeah, with
Available
Otto.
on Amazon.
Yeah,
On Amazon Prime, that's right.
It is on Amazon. And the reason I'm bringing it up is I dig the show. I want to hear a little bit about your experience. We've had a few different bands, 3 or 4 in the room that have been on that show, and everybody's really enjoying the experience there. But something happened that I didn't like. And you began a little story.
It was a teaser.
For a teaser for this show.
Yeah.
Otto, if you're hearing, I'm stealing the story, man. I can't help it. So you talked about getting, kicked out of your own band?
That's kind of how it went down.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Can you tell me about that in all the gory detail,
I've
brother?
been advised by counsel. There's only so much I could say. But, yeah, kind of the long and short of it is I got some friends together, and they kept getting together, and I quit getting invited. And so that was just how that kind of went, We're all still friends. We all still love each other very much.
Is that like a Sid Barrett type of thing? Is it like you're making it sound way too simple?
I would just pop into the recording studio every once in a while when they're making just like landmark albums, and I'd just wave at them and I'd leave,
Look, are you sure? Because look, I didn't want to do this, but I got my knife out
All right,
in
all
case
right.
I need to jump the other side and be like, "Hey, man."
If I need you, I'll let you know. Like as of right now, everything's are on unspeakable terms. But but all I will have to say about those guys is we're here tonight, and they're watching on the other side of the tube. So there
well,
you go.
thanks for watching, everybody.
I
Thanks
sent them
for
all
watching.
links. I sent them all links before we started.
Yeah. So, we have more music. I
We
know
got more
that.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into a few other things. That's here. You know what, everybody? I got more violin music for
You're
my
not gonna
notes.
ask us to play that, are you?
Look, I
Shay
don't know how
can.
to read
I
it.
got your card, don't
Shay
worry.
can do it.
I don't. Yeah, Shay. Here, look, we've got the Hungarian number 5. Okay, I can bring that over. So, yeah, let's play another
He just
tune.
wants to go right into it. All right.
Yeah. Let's go right into Hungarian number 5.
This one's going out to my good friend Steve Larson, wherever you may be.
Well, I got good, did a bad job. I could have stole, hey, Lord, I should have robbed. Well, I only did, yeah, what needed done. So I could feed my wife and only son. Well, I met Jane, must have been about 17. Knew right away, yeah, I was gonna need a ring. For very long, yeah, it's 2 or 3. And that's the way this thing's gonna be. But I hate a bang, I guess it makes some noise. That didn't feed my growing boy. And on my bills, they were piling up. So I quit the band, yes I did, and I drove a truck. What we do. Get on boards, we're coming through. Good 5-speed bar and a 2-speed reed. Add them up and you got 10 gig. You gotta be a crazy son, going that fast with a low ride. You're rolling down the mountain, boy. We ain't never gonna stop this mile high rock. It's what we do. Get on boards, we're coming through. Crazy song, gon' never pay for load of rock. You're rolling down a mountain, boy. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Ain't never gonna stop. I didn't pray. I'm staying long, gonna make me a little bit of dough, brother. I was gonna be long gone, but days turn away, then months, then years. Lord knows I'm never ever leaving here. So I got good, did a bad job. I could have stole, yeah, Lord, I should have robbed. But I only did what needed done. So I can feed my wife and only son. Shay Marshall on that key. moves on. Time moves on and on and on and on and on and on. Time moves on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And time moves on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Right. That's right.
That's how we learned it.
So you brought up Steve Larson.
Steve Larson, my brother Steve Larson.
Yeah. And you know what? I always hit Steve Larson up these evenings and let him know. So there's a chance that he's out there, maybe, maybe not. So how far back do you go with Steve?
I tell you what, I met Steve Larson at the Yucca Tap Room several years ago. I was sitting at the bar. Venus.
Were ya?
I was sitting at the bar. Go figure. Sitting at the bar, and Steve Larson walks in, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's Steve Larson."
Yeah.
I even whispered it like that. "Oh my God."
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
It's
I didn't
Steve
really. His
Larson.
microphone sounds amazing. That's all. And I said, "Hey, Venus, tell you what, next beer's on me." So I bought him a Budweiser, and he came and sat down next to me, and we just talked for a while, and he invited me to come play at, he was playing at, what was that place over there? It was like, wasn't Voodoo something, it was like Mardi Gras. Yeah. He was
You
doing
know, Steve is just a real guy, man.
Yeah, he just invited me out, and I played 3 songs during a set break, and my leg was shaking so fast, and I played 3 songs in like 5 minutes, and that was it. You know, it was like, just right away. He was very nice, and that's the rest is history.
You know, I met Steve the first time, and it was similar, but not. And you know what? I'll probably get nailed by the production crew in the post meeting later if I'm repeating this story from a previous show. I can't remember, so I'm going to tell it again. But I met Steve. Yeah, well, okay. So, a young band, don't know what we're doing, playing Nita's Hideaway, get off stage. You know, I guess it was good. I don't know. And we're packing up things. You know, I'm shoving this stupid Marshall full stack off stage. And what I was thinking running that thing around, it looked really cool. That was kind of part of the deal. But, and this guy, this leather clad, cowboy hat, chains going, walks up and he's like, "Hey, that was a great show. I like what you guys are doing." And he continues to stroke my ego.
There you go.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." And so one of my bandmates comes up and he goes, "Wow, that was really cool." I said, "Yeah, you know, it's always nice to hear that you did a good job." Hey,
Yeah.
good job. And he goes, "Do you know who that was?" And I go, no, I don't. He goes, "That was Steve Larson." And at that point, he was playing lead with Roger Klein.
Right.
And I didn't, you know, make that connection in that crazy time late at the bar type of night going on. And after that, I got really tight with Steve, and we ended up playing so many shows. And he left the Peacemakers, and then that first album of his road trip songs. That's
good.
what you guys need to cover, like every tune off of that, if you want, because that whole record's
I'm into it.
the whole record's wicked.
We've been talking about starting a Steve Larson tribute band with a different bass player. We're gonna get Terry Garvin. We're gonna pull Terry Garvin out of retirement.
Oh, there you go.
I love you, Terry. I miss you wherever you may be.
Yeah, hopefully, Terry, you're piping in too, brother. So the you guys make me feel kind of like I'm in Mexico.
Is that right?
I think so. And you know what? We were talking earlier. You guys are heading to Mexico soon, right?
We're gonna be there this weekend. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
So, earlier we were talking about doing that documentary of Jim Bachmann and the Day Drinkers. And I just wanted to finish that conversation and let you know that I am available.
Okay.
We can get down there and we will finish the
Done.
story.
It's a
and
done deal, man.
We'll take care of it all.
I'll have my people get in touch with you.
Have your
Guys,
people get in touch with my
Guys,
people.
I need you to get in touch with him.
Okay, more music.
More
Enough of
music.
this. Enough of this.
What do you got, Jim?
Let's do one that has the saxophone in it.
Oh, down on my knees. All right, let's do it. Who's gonna play the saxophone?
I'm gonna do it.
I can play
what you deserve. But I ain't giving up on lessons I learned. Just wanna make you happy. Please let me try. Begging you down on my knees, baby, please stay. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, sometimes you're the thumb. Don't it hurt like hell? Just want you to want me, and the way I want you. It's true, baby. Head down on my knees, baby, please stay. I've been your fool now, yeah, so long, I can't deny. Yeah, nothing ever take that away. You're really leaving, yeah, before you must go. Yeah, please let me say, no, I ain't living up what you deserve. Please don't be giving up, baby. Baby, I give you my word. The way that you love me and the way I love you, baby, it's true. Taking you down on my knees, whoa, down on my knees, begging you down on my knees, baby, please stay. Yeah, down on my knees, whoa, down on my knees, begging you down on my knees, baby, please stay. Please stay. We're down on my knees.
All right.
You know, the Wayback Sessions always loves it when you throw a curveball and we haven't like tested something out like a saxophone, and then when it comes off, just so wicked awesome. Well done, Shay.
Shay Marshall. ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
There we are. Oh man, you guys are a ball of laughs. So, you know, I always love the gear segment of this show. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I was gonna talk about one thing, and now I'm gonna talk about another real fast. Shay, what's the story behind that saxophone?
Oh well, this is
Eat
the
that
one
mic.
This is the one saxophone I own that didn't come from way back in the past, from before I was born. This saxophone was actually made in like 1995. It's not nearly as interesting as my like 1960s or 1920s saxophones. So sorry I didn't bring a more interesting one.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame you on that one. So
What's the story on it? Well, I was going to college for electrical engineering, and I was trying to make some money, so I started standing outside of Bank One ballpark at the 7th inning stretch and just played the shit out to take me out to the ball game. And people started throwing money at me.
and you were like,
and
yeah,
people started hiring me, and now I play music for a living instead.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, you play a lot of music for a living.
Yeah.
It's something we all, aspire to. I do.
Oh, come on now.
No, for real. So you know what? You're playing that Rhodes, and we talk about this every time somebody's sitting behind that piano, just because I'm so, man, I'm just kind of proud
No,
that
this
I
roast
ripped it
feels
apart.
Great,
so
man. Yeah, I got one sitting on my workbench right now that I need to put some work into, like the way you have. But man, the action feels great. A couple of the dampers are a little slow, but it's like great job of restoring this keyboard, man.
well, thank you. I will work on that before you come back in the room next time, and I'm hoping you will come back in the room next time.
Sure.
All this gear, Adam. Beautiful to have all this.
Bring your mic over, Gary.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Thank you for all the gear and the beautiful studio. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no. Thank you for coming in.
No
and,
pizza though.
Well,
That
look,
last one
the
we
show
did, there
isn't.
was pizza.
Yeah, but you know what? They also fed you pizza before you had to sing, and that seemed kind of not right to me.
We still have time to.
We do. Well, the show will end, and then something will happen, you know. But you know what? There's another piece of gear that I'm really excited about talking about. It does come with a story, and it's the one that Mr. Jim Bachmann has in his hands.
It's right here. That's the
Like,
one.
tell me about that, man. That really is like close to my heart.
So I'll tell you what. This was my grandpa's guitar back in the day, and it's like a '96-ish Epiphone Casino, right? And it's a John Lennon model.
Yeah.
And my grandfather, bless his heart, had the paperwork. This was John Lennon's, according to my grandpa. his Epiphone.
That's all that matters.
He's the poet. He's the pusher. You know. Hey, Grandpa, that's fantastic. That's amazing. So, anyways, we lost my grandpa, and I met up with my aunt in Memphis, and drove out there with my brother. Got this guitar, and it had all kinds of funky stuff done to it because he was a tinkering poet, pusher man, and got it back, and I love it. I play it all the time.
So, what do you play on that?
I play a pretty one now.
Do ya?
Yeah, I try to.
Do you think you
that pretty one?
you think you could play it for me?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Play that pretty one, you know. Let me know the key. I sing harmony on that pretty one, you know. Play that pretty one, you know. Yeah, take it round again. We can't all remember when. On that pretty one, you know. We've been picking and grinning since about noon, yeah. Mom was in the kitchen, she cooked fried chicken. That wild turkey's blowing, old timers playing spoons, yeah. Anybody sing Grondon? Play that pretty one, you know. Play that pretty one, you know. I won't hear you bending strings. I hear you singing, I believe. On the pretty one, you know. Yeah, that pretty one, you know. Yeah, before it's time to leave. Till then I'll see you in my dreams. That pretty one, you know. Just picking and grinning, soft singing slow, yeah. Come on, put your sweet lips closer to the phone. Oh, Susan singing crazy, Skippy's looking for a light, yeah. Uncle Eddie says it's time to come home. Yeah, that pretty one, you know. Yeah, just pick grinning. Oh, baby, can't you see it? Fading kind of misty. That woman's done me. Sitting on the front porch, Georgia on our mind. On the meat plane, mama tried. Pretty one, you know, like to hear one more time about them angels flying. On that pretty one, you know. On that pretty one, you know. That pretty one, you know. That pretty one, you know. On that pretty one, you know.
All right, all right.
Kind of like trying to break my heart, man. I mean, it goes along with the story of the guitar and your grandfather, though.
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
really love that. So we're going to get into a couple of things right now.
All
First,
right.
I want to, can you help me call back to Studio B? It's down the hall a pace, a few doors down, and we're looking for Brian and Kat, in particular, Kat. Kat, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. Speaking to that mic,
What would you like me to say?
I would like you to tell us what's going on in Chit Chat Land tonight.
Everything is sounding amazing. We have someone new to me, Midnight Muse Archive.
Okay.
Is suddenly glad I didn't get the link from Jim, and that we'll just have to do a shout out. Let him know that Steve Larson had a shout out tonight. Made a few comments, so everybody thinks it sounds great and it's looking great as well.
Okay. Awesome. No, that's that's Brian there, everybody. That is Brian taking care of sound.
Yeah, Brian.
So
Way to
yeah,
go,
big round of
Brian.
applause for him. You know what?
Studio B.
Yeah, Studio B is a big deal, and you know what? The cables are long, and the hall is way down there. You know, they can.
Something to prove?
So far away.
Oh, Shay. Oh, yeah. So, I there's a guy in the background tuning the guitar, and I know his name is
Always tuning the guitars.
always tuning the guitars. That's crazy and very cool. But your name is Handsome Josh.
That's the moniker.
It's on his birth certificate.
required.
I've seen it.
It's required of me.
You've seen it on the birth certificate. That's actually his name. So, you were on the show, you were talking about like, no, I'm just second guitar. No, I'm just backup stuff. And I'm going, it seems a little bit more than just second and backing up and a bunch of weird words you used on that show.
Yeah, weird words. I probably couldn't remember any of those weird words right now, but I'm just gonna try not to sound dumb. But I enjoy it. I've been, I grew up in a big family. My dad's from a family of 14. I grew up in a big family. They all played and sang, so you had to find some place to fit in. Vocally, if you're gonna sing, you got to move around and fit in. So I sing like bass in my family because there's like 8 tenors,
Man,
you got to sing low.
You are so strong back there. Tell me about your influences, going back with the family and playing guitar and singing.
A lot of growing up playing and singing in church to start out, but I love everything I love everything. I like old soul music, Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett, but Guns N' Roses. I was a big Guns N' Roses fan when I was a teenager, which was a huge influence in how I sang at first. So
look, church, Otis Redding, Guns N' Roses. I mean, that's like a some sort of awesome sentence and album cover there.
He'll banjo your face off too. He's got this old timey banjo thing.
So, well, I noticed you only let him come in with an acoustic guitar tonight, Jim.
I told him there's a Marshall right behind you.
I didn't get the memo.
He's like, he got this brand new guitar.
Look,
First
you
time
know
he's
what?
playing with us.
I prepare this document. I tell them there's all this gear. There's a Marshall that'll melt your face off. And so hopefully we'll do this again. You guys enjoy it. And come back in the room.
Yeah, it's
and you know what? You'll plug in, I don't know, what do you plug in, maybe a telly? Is that your jam?
It's out there. It's out there floating around. The idea's been floating around for a while. So
I had no idea that you owned a Telecaster, Josh. What? Did you just get that?
Look, you know what? I will get one in the room for that night just cause. Just because I want to see that go down.
That's about the only thing you don't have in here, huh? Why is that? Let's talk about you for a minute. Why don't you have a Telecaster?
You know what? But I don't talk about me. I talk about you. You know, I'm the interviewer. I ask questions. I don't answer them.
I'm gonna get kicked out of my own show right now.
Yeah, you've been kicked out of your own band. I might get, again, going back to, we're going to have a post-production meeting and the crew might be like, dude, you were off tonight. But you know what? Fender and I have an odd relationship.
That's fair. That's fair.
And there's, to get really specific, you know why I don't like it? Because the Fender doesn't have the 4-degree offset on the neck with the 17-degree on the headstock to wrap around me and hug me the way I like it.
You got to have what you got to have.
You got to have that. And so that's why you see so many Gibsons around the room. Now, there is a Strat behind you. And that does, look, storytelling. Look, I bought that in 2008 because you know what? I was hoping that my grandfather was a guitar player and he wasn't. And that's fine. But I was hoping that I would have a guitar from the year I was born, maybe the grandfather, that type of romantic thing, because I love instruments, right? So I built my own romance story.
There's no goddamn way you were born in 1998, though.
No, so look, so we're going to get to that, Shay. Thanks for pointing that out. No, so when my nephew, Declan, was born in 2008, I went, I'm going to go buy a guitar in 2008. And I'm going to give it to him when he starts playing guitar. Cool. And that's why that guitar exists in the room. Now, kind of selfish. And you know what? His sister is the musician in the family, Genevieve, if you're watching. And so her brother, Declan, might be kind enough to say, hey, G, I'll let you have the guitar that Uncle Adam bought for me. But then I got to make it up to him. And I've just said this on live TV to thousands of people, right? So now
my phone just started blowing up, man. Wow,
right.
What just happened?
Thousands. I think that's what's happening. So anyway, you know what? Okay, still plenty to talk about. We got tons of stuff. I want to know more, but I want to hear more right now. You got something more for me?
I tell you what, let's get weird. You guys want to do that? Let's play a little Tex-Mex?
Weird.
You want to do it right now?
Okay, so you know what? Before you do that,
yes,
you guys, we've talked about it. And did you just say sir?
No.
Good.
I said Siri.
Okay.
Yes, Siri.
Yeah, fair enough. So
I'm really into technology.
you look like it,
I
Jim.
can tell, yeah.
So we talked a little bit about it, and it's it starts off with a country vibe, but then it quickly morphs out of a country vibe, and so you don't exactly call it country. What do you?
We like to call it stoner Billy, but we've heard a more friendly version. They call it cosmic country, but we call it stoner Billy. Yeah,
cosmic country.
Never that cosmic. You know what I mean?
That
I'm
sounds.
not. You think it's cosmic? I mean, look at this man. This man's cosmic. Is cosmic.
He is.
Yeah.
He is cosmic country. I like stoner Billy personally.
I like stoner Billy.
I think the vibe rolls. I think you guys have the jam and the sonic signature that you provide. It really lays in with that.
Can I give a shout out to one of my original stoner Billy brother?
Yes,
Mr. Chris Hansen Orff.
Oh,
yeah, Mr. Chris Orff. We used to play in a band together called 100,000 Pesos, and I was listening to some of that today, and man, I miss that man. I love you, Chris, wherever you may be. I'm not sure I'm looking.
It doesn't matter. I don't know if the camera's on who, but Chris Hansen Orff.
What a beautiful soul, right?
Yeah, love that kid. Love that kid. And hopefully, you know what? With a little bit of luck, we'll get him in this room again. He's been here. He's been here, but not in a while. So, Chris, if you're listening, you got something, let's chat. All right. Stoner Billy, unite.
Stoner Billy, unite. We're going to get weird on this one.
I like weird.
See you later, I'm gone. Like it's time for me to ramble on. Love I gave, love you didn't want. See you later, I'm gone. Said you couldn't live a life. Don't mean that you didn't try. Said that each new ending, brand new start, your beginning. Broken heart, see you later, I'm gone. Like time for me to ramble on. Don't let people just say it can't be on. See you later, I'm gone. Hasta luego, come boy. Lo siento, no contigo. Broke my heart like it was a little baby toy. Hasta luego, yummy boy. Time move along. See you later, I'm gone.
There you go. That's not the
Man.
kind of weird you were expecting, was it?
No, that's not the. I don't know what kind of weird I'm ever expecting.
That's the best part
man.
about weird, right?
That is the best part about weird. Weird is
There's a lot
just
of things,
good.
A lot of people.
Weird is good, and weird is good. So you know what? What are your influences, Jim? How do you guys write songs? Does
Man.
Shay write everything and bring it to you?
Shay
or-
writes everything, and Shay writes everything, and he's a real hard ass.
He is.
He told me
I
not to
send
say
him
that. You guys
sheet
got to
music
look.
in the mail.
Yeah.
Every week, I send him a package that's
like
filled
this?
with 30 or 40
Yeah,
pieces
that's right,
of sheet
that's right.
music.
like this,
and I
and
expect him
like
to
this.
learn it
Those are the
note for
ones.
note.
Yeah, these are the ones.
Did Shay send those to you?
Yeah, dude,
You quality control.
Look,
He's like,
all
no,
I
you
know
missed
is
a note, Bachman.
you get on Shay's email or his Instagram, and he's just sending you sheet music
All the time,
all day.
nonstop.
It's all he does is sends you.
But yeah, my Instagram, but on my TikTok, I'm just shaking my butt.
That's right.
And how can they find you on TikTok, Shay?
Now, follow me on Amber Alert.
So okay. Let me reel this in. Influences, Mr. Bachman. Tell
Man.
me about your writing.
You know what? That's a good question. I just grew up listening to my folks' records, and I just always loved old good music. I don't listen to anything too crazy. It's the most watered down answer I could think about. I just want to, I just try to give 110% when I'm writing a song, and just take it day to day, and just try to get better one gig at a time. No, I grew up listening to. I love Hoyt Axton. Hoyt Axton's one of my favorites. I love
Watered down.
I
Dude.
love guys like some of my favorites now, of course, like John Prine, Guy Clark, those guys,
Yeah.
like the titans of just breaking your heart with just like a simple turn of phrase, just talking about your day-to-day stuff, right? Like that first John Prine album. You cry in every song, even the happy ones,
Yep.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's something right there.
It's a lot more than something, man.
Yeah, man, that's like the best.
It's like hitting the
stuff ever.
formula.
But I grew up listening to, just the guitar stuff. I loved like ZZ Top and all that kind of stuff,
You got the
depth.
beard. That's why.
Totally
is that why the beard?
I just have
Oh.
a really, really, really freakishly small chin. You guys are really gonna laugh about
That
my-
was like
Chin?
no. That was like we're laughing. We're laughing with you, Jim. With you.
Josh didn't want to say nothing, but he's the handsome one.
He is the handsome one. So it's funny because in the camera he looks like he's like this big, just because of the perspective going on. And
If my
he's
chin
not.
was the person, it would be Josh.
Oh.
Yeah. Nobody laughed at that one. Okay. He just said you look all right. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from. I had my dad and my uncle played keys. Growing up, I heard all that stuff, so I always loved that sound. My grandpa on my mom's side was a country picker, and he had a band with his sons. And my dad's from Queens, and my mom's from the country in New York, so I kind of little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. I suppose.
Ah,
So,
well,
you know.
well said.
Yeah, I just made that up.
Yes, you did.
And,
So, are you from New York?
I was born in Syracuse, but I've lived here since I was a baby.
Okay, okay. So you're really a desert boy.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't get to call it that. My wife was born here. Like, she's actually been born here.
Like in the
So,
state
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
Arizona.
I was born here.
I was too.
Yeah, I wasn't. I missed it by a couple months.
That's all right.
Couple months.
We love you anyway, and you
I
look the
appreciate
part.
it. I look the part.
You
I do what I
do.
can.
You do.
He embraced it immediately. His parents said he's just,
So, does anybody? Do you bring the songs to the band, or does everybody collaborate?
Yeah,
or
yeah, for like right now, that's kind of what's been happening, and I kind of bring in an idea, and then it's just like it's like this, and then we just do it, and it sounds like it sounds when we do it, and that's where it goes.
Yeah. So hey, Brian, you can mute everybody's headphone except Jim.
Who's
you
my
know,
favorite?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. No, the mute didn't happen quick enough.
Oh, sorry, man.
So yeah, no, who is your favorite? And there's this guy next to you without a microphone, so we can talk to him, and he can't say anything. This nasty Pete, snarky Pete. What?
We just started calling him Meat. Is what?
Meat.
Yeah, and he can tell you why, but
No, he doesn't have a mic, so he
Oh
can't.
well, let me tell you why. We call him Meat.
Hi.
Hi.
That's why we don't get
Tell
on
him
mic.
something.
Now we were in an elevator,
Me.
and the guy came.
That's why we don't let him talk.
Yeah. Now we were in an elevator, and the guy, for some reason, wanted a roll call. Right? Was like, why was he asking us our names in the elevator? Remember? Pete said Pete, and the guy went Meat.
Meat?
Yeah, and so it was.
It
yeah.
stuck.
He went, yeah,
henceforth.
Meat.
Now,
And that was it.
you know what? We love Pete in this room. He
bad.
is
He's
super solid. He's on bass. He's on guitar. He comes in. He just lays it. Wicked, Pete. Thank you. I knew you didn't have a mic, man, and I really wanted to get to you. And one other is Gary's mic on? Brian, Studio B, Gary. Yeah. Oh, so Gary, I understand that you just started playing drums like 3 months ago.
Absolutely, dude. I got my Amazon coupons and bought that cheap drum set.
And then you just picked it up.
I got some sticks, and that's it.
And there it is. No, you know what? In all seriousness, Gary goes way back in the scene. At one point, he was one of 3 drummers in town. Like literally, there was. Look, it's true.
I don't know about it.
No, it is true. I've heard the story. Terry Garvin out there was one of them.
We love Terry.
We do love Terry, and he spends a lot of time in this room, and he's hopefully going to spend more. And you were the other drummer.
Yeah.
And then there was Creamy Dave.
Creamy Day.
And that was like the 3 drummers in town.
There's a lot of really good drummers in this town, though. Many, many great drummers. P.H. Nafa from the Refreshments.
Look, I'm joking, everybody. Come on, Gary, you threw me under the bus, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you wait till
No,
the
I'm
darn
very
minute,
honored
mister.
to have those comments, and I've been very fortunate to play with some of the best songwriters in the Phoenix area for about 30 years. So
Yeah.
great songwriters, Mark Zubia,
Yep.
and the Pistoleros, and
Yep.
lots of great songwriters. My new band with the Dusty Ramblers. Very honored to just get calls. I mean, there's so many great drummers. Creamy Day plays with a lot of the great bands in town, and just fortunate that people call you to play original music. I'm so excited to play original music. I don't really want to play Boston or Journey. Not that I don't like Boston or Journey, but
And not that you can't kill it.
yeah. But I would much rather play a great Jim Bachman song.
Shay, you just should be in the room always.
That's my story. But I do want to shout out to my parents, Jimmy and Sandra, my biggest fans for 50 plus years, and they're watching tonight.
Are they?
Yes, absolutely.
Jimmy and Sandra?
Jimmy and Sandra in Colorado, man.
Jimmy and Sandra in Colorado, thank you very much. You know what? I'm going to jump on that bandwagon. I bet Bill and Rebecca are watching too. Hey, thank you very much for all the support. You know what? Can't do it without the parents.
They are,
Absolutely,
and I want to say that Genevieve stepped in and said the guitar is hers. Love G. Emoji faces, unicorn heart. Yes, it's yours.
Look, so I started something because my niece that we were talking about with that Fender, She's like, the guitar's mine. So she's watching and she piped in and is like, nope, end of conversation.
So for your nephew, he's not getting the guitar back.
Well, no, it's going to go to my niece. But see, now I'm on the hook for Declan because I've got to, now I really got to step it up and go, but it all comes with a story. It all comes with a story. Right. And so now, keep going, Shay. Keep going, man. I really like that. Like, I just like the background tunes while I'm chatting. Yeah, just keep going. So now that we've gotten this far in the show, now that we're all kind of relaxing into it, and now that we've got just like another, hour and a half or 3 of music to play, you guys have endless songs to play.
Endless.
Rhymeless.
Endless songs.
Bottomless rhymes, yes.
I want you to take me take me on another journey. Take me to another place. I want to hear another story. Jim Bachmann.
Man, this one's called Hate to See It Go, and I wrote it at a time when a lot of people I loved were going. How about that?
So I hear must be traveling. Something's cold down that road. Wish you well your hereafter. But man, I hate to see you go. May your day fill with laughter. Pray you read just what you sow, and hope you find just what you're after. Man, I hate to see you go. You my friend. So I hear you must be leaving. Something's called you down that road. My dear friend, we'll be grieving. But man, I hate to see you go. Ooh, ain't nothing like that. 'cause you're my friend.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I got caught up in that. I really got caught up in that one. Man. Oh, and there goes Shay again, just laying down the background tunes
Taking you to church, baby.
for us. Yeah, taking us to church. Well, Josh, you know what? Can't you throw something down over that?
I mean, you can throw something down over here, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. This is happening.
That's how we do it, baby.
This is happening.
One thing that they forgot to tell you doesn't cost a thing. One thing that they could never sell you, 'cause you don't believe a thing. One day you stop and you look around, all you had was gone. Remember thinking to yourself, Lord, I must be living wrong. Someone talked to you long ago, gonna reap what you sow. Someday the meek gonna get the earth, we just take forever Someday you stop and you look around, this could all be yours. Gonna have the thing that you always wanted, but you won't need it anymore. sow. Gonna reap what you 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 sow.
Yeah. Now that was full blast jam, you guys. Like, that was Stoner Billy melting the planet type of thing going on right there. Tell me I'm wrong.
You are not wrong.
That's
Plenty wrong.
right. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So Shay, keep going. Just keep playing. You can talk while you're playing. Yeah. So, because I'm gonna talk to you next. I want to know something. Because you know what? You're on TikTok and you've got something weird called Amber and, this type of stuff. I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what you've been listening to lately that would surprise me.
Oh, what I've been listening to lately that would surprise you?
Yeah.
I've been listening to, let's see, Flying Lotus and Mono Neon.
Okay.
And some weird music that would surprise you, but
That doesn't
mostly
surprise me, actually.
What's
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I
Flying
guess it
Lotus on
really
my
wouldn't,
radar.
would it?
I'm down with that.
I've also been listening to a lot of Christopher Cross and Ambrosia.
Okay, now
That'll surprise you.
now we're in there. So
The moon and New York City.
Yeah, keep it
I
going.
love that stuff.
That's right. Yeah, no, you know what? You just
Is
need
that
to.
surprising?
I'm just gonna, yeah, that's.
I mean, there's also like a 6/8 groove from Morocco that I've really been getting into. That's got like a hit on 2 and 5.
and,
That's a
and
whole
that
other, you don't want to know about that.
I would like to know about that, but I don't know if it's appropriate for the audience because they might be like, dude, come on.
Nothing I do is
man.
ever appropriate for an audience.
I just kind of want to nail you to the wall and be like, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna put super glue on your fingers to the roads, and you can just like be in here. I'll bring you food.
Yeah, I'm hungry actually.
Well, then back to the pizza.
Back to the pizza.
Ah man,
That green chili pizza was the best pizza I ever had. For real. For real. That was the best pizza.
So you're saying that too, Josh?
It was so good. Yeah, so good.
Okay.
Il Bianco or something.
So
Does anyone remember the name of the place? Il Bianco? Is that what it
it
was?
was Bianco.
No, not Pizzeria Bianco. It was like
Il Bianco.
Bosco.
So what?
Il Bosco. That's what it was.
A knockoff?
Yeah.
A knockoff that was better.
No. Hey, come on.
Man, I just opened something here. I just opened something up. So, hey, a question. And going back, and I know you already played that. What did you just say?
Yes. It's a new thing I'm working on. It's not. I don't have it perfected yet.
That's okay.
Yes,
Just making sure. So, I know you already played the tune, but when guys were on that show, you played the song, you recorded it a few times, and then he asked you to slow it way down.
Yeah, I love that.
And I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, I was, what? You pulled that out because when he got into that swamp boogie thing and you guys laid that down, I was like, yeah.
That was
now
it, yeah.
that. So having a great producer that you trust and you will let them push you around. I don't think a lot of the people out in the audience understand that role of a producer is really important. And it sounds kind of mystical and magical and one of those things where you're like, yeah, they just sitting there and they, eat pizza or order the pizza. But they don't. They do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the take when you slowed it down like that?
It was awesome. It was cool. It was, he just had a lot of good ideas, when somebody that, has done as much stuff as he has, you just listen. I just try to shut up and listen sometimes. I talk a lot, but I try to listen because everybody's got good ideas, and when, we're on his TV show, we're going to listen to his ideas. So if you have anything you'd like us to do, we will do it.
100%.
Almost turns into the Adam Show sometimes. So, we already played that song.
We
but
already played it.
Can you play it like the Swamp Boogie
we
slow?
play
That's
it?
not your idea, though. That was Otto's idea.
I
We need
know,
your
and that's
idea.
totally, well, look, man, we've been like my ideaing for, quite a while, man. Like, so my idea
I guess this whole thing was your idea.
Thank you. Okay, I will take that. So, the room, you guys are enjoying the room. The vibe is good for
This is
you.
amazing. Yeah, this is awesome.
It's also, okay, the ideas are happening. And no, I just liked what he threw out there, and he is so good.
Well, I ain't gonna day on your grave. Well, I ain't gonna day on your grave. Tell you, friend, don't sound like something that you don't know. gonna dance on your grave. Well, your mom know ain't coming home. Yeah, your mom know you ain't coming home. Tell your friend, yeah, now you don't sound like something that you want. No, you ain't coming home. Mama knows you ain't coming home. Go again. Hey man, we should know better. Don't you think take so long figure out? Hey, you go again. Ever someplace better? Don't think that I'll be sitting here. You come back around.
That's right. Shay? Shay?
Yes. Was that too much?
Was that too much?
Never enough.
So
Could
what
never
I
get
want to
enough
know
shit.
is, have you ever played that out like that live before?
This?
Have you ever played that version before?
No, man. We
I
didn't
don't
even
know
get
if
all
I've
the
ever
way. We
played
just
that
played
song
like
live.
we just played like a little pass.
It-
And he
this-
was like, "All right, that's good. Let's go."
Okay, so Shay, that was my idea.
Yeah.
For it to be played in its entirety tonight on the show.
Right.
How's
Way
that
back
sit
history.
with you,
Way
man?
back history.
I mean,
Just as me.
That was
There's only
way-
12 notes, so you can take credit for as many of them as you want.
No, I don't want any. You know, you just brought up something I talk about all the time. 12 notes.
Yeah.
There's only 12 notes that us, in the Western world play with. We're not getting into the microtonal and the Eastern stuff, but I'm always amazed at what we're all able to do
Yeah.
with the sonic textures, the sounds, And going into playing, what were you talking about? Playing Foreigner in Boston, and
That was him.
okay. Yes, we got that, and then we've got.
I actually never played it.
And then we've got country, and we've got jam, and we've got opera, and we've got orchestral, and we've got all of this stuff. And the premise of this show was really behind supporting musicians of all genres to provide a safe place to have a quality studio audio and video environment to continue to perform in this crazy world. And
everybody needs to tip him, please. I think there's a link somewhere where you can donate
right.
Bitcoin to this guy. Please
There is.
do, because we all need it.
We do. And we, what,
The
this
experience,
show,
not the money, the experience that he's providing. Please donate to him.
well, Shay, thank you, man. I agree. And what I will also say in turn is that this doesn't happen without the musicians and the talent in front of you. It is the studio, it is the crew, it is the team that puts this together, and then it is the talent and the bands and the creativity that bring it in and make it happen. And something we've been talking about, I really wanted to throw out a $5 challenge to everybody and see if we could get everybody to toss $5 in the bucket. Man, we would get really far tonight, but I didn't bring that up in the beginning of the show. So, maybe it'll
You
catch
just
on
brought
here
it
at
up
the
now.
end. I did here in the end. And Shay, thank you. I'm glad that you guys are loving the room, loving the vibe, loving the project. And I want you guys back in the room at some point.
Anytime, my brother. I feel like, I'm looking around, all this stuff. I haven't had all this stuff, but this is all stuff that I've wanted or had variations of in my lifetime. And this is like, you just walk in, I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like my cool cousin's house or something, or my cool older brother that I never had's house.
I want that poster, right?
Yeah, it's like, everything's cool here, man.
I got one of them, but it was like 3 years later after everybody else got one. So.
And you know what? Everybody is welcome to just come and hang out, Yeah, it doesn't even have to be
Let's
the
put
show.
that
Maybe-
address up on the screen right now. Can we get the
Yeah,
address up on the
yeah.
screen?
You know what? Bust out your credit card. I'll put my address up when you put
Send
your
us a
credit
pizza.
card on the
There you go.
screen. You know
Cat's
what?
shaking it off. Cat's waving that one off.
Yeah, you can bust out that credit card. We'll send it with the new Wayback Sessions intern down the hall and plug it in for the donation and tippling. But we got sidetracked, man. We got sidetracked off music.
Man, this is a beautiful night. This is a beautiful night. Thank you again, Adam, for having us. This is very cool, and we're honored and humbled to be here. So
I'm honored and humbled that you guys come in the room.
anytime.
And let's not forget the Studio B down the hall,
Studio
a couple
B,
of doors
man.
there.
Thanks, Studio
I mean,
B.
I'm going to send my interns down there to tell their interns.
to meet with your people, and then we'll
Yeah.
talk about that documentary that we were discussing. But our peoples need to meet behind the scenes.
And I tell you what, man, we get to have all the fun, and they do all the work. And so how about a big shout right there?
Yeah.
Right there for down the hall wall right there.
Yeah, down the hall over there. So you know what? We've got like 18 more songs.
I got like one more song. Let's do one more song.
Okay.
I'm a terrible negotiator, but we got one more. We
Okay.
got one more for you.
Okay, and so we'll do one more. So hey, everybody, if they do one more and I scream out encore, I wonder if they'll be able to.
It's going to be Folsom Prison Blues, though. That's what it's going to be.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's do one more, and then we'll see what happens. It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Okay, bring it on, Jim Bachman
Bring
and
it
the
on,
Day
Jim
Drinkers,
Bachman.
everybody.
Yeah, I started out nothing but a poor man's son, trying to make the most of what I got. Always told me, boy, yeah, you're gonna be something. Turns out that I'm not. Yeah, just a son of a poor man trying to make a living, doing the best that I can. The times gotta do things in this world. Good people, they don't poor man trying to make a living. Yeah, just do the best I can with the hand that I can give it. Well, forgive me if I'm about to be sinning just a little fall from grace. Hope and praying, yeah, someday I'll be forgiven. Jesus, won't you save me your place? Yeah, just the son of a poor man trying to make a living. Doing the best that I can. Yeah, start on, some done, well, it's all of God's plan. Yeah, you're the son of a poor man trying to make a living. Yeah, just do the best I can with a hand that I'll give it. Yeah, no, not forever. It rise never. Weary river winds up safe to sea. I had wonder. Now I'm coming back home. Come back home. Yeah, just the son of a poor man trying to make a living. Yeah, son of a poor man, baby, I've been giving. Yeah, the son of a poor man trying to make a living. Yeah, I'm never came with a hand that I would give it.
Yes. Man, do Thursdays get any better
This is the
than
best
that?
Thursday I've had in a long time. Any
man.
kind of day.
That makes my heart so
Thank you,
warm. I love you guys. Jeez.
We love you too, man. Thank you again so much for having us.
Yeah. No, it's you guys are welcome in the room anytime. I can't wait to, like, you know, I want to start doubling up on people, and I'm like, it can't happen quite yet, you know, but it's like I would probably end up having the same, you know, handful of bands in every
That's
week
right.
going, hey, you know, I got a live show in here. Anybody want to join and check it out? So Do you guys feel like playing another?
We got time for one more
jam?
song. We
You
got time for one more
You've
song.
got time for one more
We got
song.
time for you, man. Anything
got-
you want. I told you whatever he wants to do, we're going to do it.
Yes,
you just
did.
used that wish on one more song, and you got it, brother.
I wish for one more song, and then we'll talk about some stuff, and then we'll take the show out. Jim Bachmann and the Day Drinkers. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I saw an old granddad store the other day. 15 years, maybe more, man, that guy, he could play. How's your wife? How's your family? You believe this weather? Really good to see you, man. It feels like forever. Say you gigging anymore? No, work's been hell. Taking care of my dad since he slipped and he fell. Every once in a while, I'm sitting down on the couch. I'll pick up the guitar when those songs come out. Let's get the band back together. Let's get the band back together. Let's get the band back together. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of the same here too. Don't get out no more, yeah. What can you do? You ever hear from old Chris? Somebody said he left town, staying real busy, been avoiding those crowds. Did he finally quit drinking? It's probably for the best. I don't drink anymore either, but we don't drink any less. Once we can find it, still got his gear. I got a couple new songs I want you to hear. Let's get the band back together. Let's get the band back together. Let's get the band back together. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Marshall. Yeah. Tuesday, bro, how about you? Wednesday's no good, Thursday's bad too. We finish by 10, no, we can jam in my place. I got an amp over here, you could just bring the bass. Have my neighbors go to bed early, gotta get up about 4. I know it's getting late, but we got time for one more. Play that pretty one you know, play that other one too. Take it around one more time, do not stop till you through. Let's get the band back together. 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 Let's get the band back together.
glad the band is back together.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Me too. You know, that song was taken verbatim from like everybody I ever played gigs with. You know, it's like I got to give everybody I ever knew a credit on that one. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, let's get together. Monday, no. Tuesday, no. Wednesday, no. Thursday, no. Friday, no.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Nope. It's all like that. Look,
Every other week.
you know what, everybody? This has been the Wayback Sessions with Jim Bachmann and the Day Drinkers. I'm really, I couldn't be more grateful that you guys came in the room and shared this evening with us. You know, looking back at all the tunes, it just threads that spider web of music right on, Shay. Yeah, you know, dude, I don't even have to cue you. Like, keep going. You know, it's one of those situations where we're bringing the live music back together. We're moving forward on our way back to sharing these types of experiences together. And tonight we got to share it with Jim Bachmann. And there were so many songs that I could look back at, and I'm really excited to go back and find some highlights. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. You know what? We're going to do what we've been doing. We're going to toss the cameras around at the end here. I'm going to throw on an album, and, you know, we're going to just kind of walk out of the parking lot, kick the empties out of the way, and wander off to our car. Thanks to Josh, thanks to Jim, thanks to Shay, thanks to Pete, and thanks to Gary. Jim Bachmann and the Day Drinkers, everybody. What a wicked set. Thank you, guys. All right, keep that mic live for a little bit, Brian. I'm gonna throw on an album, and let's talk about how awesome we are.
Come on, Shay. Yeah, can you tone it down a little bit, man?
It's raining. I don't know. It's raining.
Can you be
I ain't trying to cause too much trouble, you know. I'm just like.
Terry, you can do it.
Hope you don't mind me doing the gospel shit behind you. You start talking, I'm like, oh, I can't resist.
No, man,
I can't resist. I'm taking it to church.
I was not joking when I said I just kind of want to stay affiliated to the wall and keep you